for all you do. This Bud's for you. Thanks. Thank you, Dale. How about a nice round of applause? Golden Eagle Distributors done a heck of a job for us this year. I'd like you to pay close attention to what I have to say now. This gentleman, in the beginning of this year, when I signed the lease on the facility here at Raven Raceway, January 6th, we had a lot of construction we wanted to do and a lot of things we needed to do. This is Councilman Chuck Ford from the city council, not the county. After seeing some things that was available in the county yards and stuff, or city yards, I approached Councilman Chuck Ford on the idea of maybe the city could help the racetrack by giving some things out there that they didn't need anymore. Councilman Chuck Ford did it on a sole basis. He got it approved through the city of Tucson. All these light poles you see on this facility used to be on Speedway, and they were given to us by the city of Tucson, which I think is an awful great tribute to a politician that got involved with somebody out here at the racetrack, you fans, us racers. And on behalf of that, I would like to tell you that we all know Councilman Chuck Ford is leaving. His secretary has prepared this for me, some information that is basically telling us about Councilman Chuck Ford. Has completed eight years at Tucson City Councilman, Ward 4, 2 terms. He is a principal of Henry Elementary School, but will be leaving Tucson for a position at Harvard University, where he will be Associate Director of the Masters in Public Administration program for the Kennedy School of Government. Very nice compliment. He is also the co-founder of the Little 500 bicycle race based on the rules and the pageantry of the Indy 500, and the next event will be held here at Raven Raceway. We are going to move the 500 bicycle race out here that is formerly at the U of A. On Memorial Weekend, we will have this team thing out here. It's a lot of fun. Personally, Mr. Ford, I can tell you nothing but thanks on my behalf. He was here at groundbreaking ceremony. He's seen this place when we started. And through his efforts of believing in the racetrack, too, he got us a lot of things. And Mr. Ford, thank you very much. We have a plaque here. We'd like to present you to Councilman Chuck Ford in appreciation for all the support and assistance you gave to auto racing in the city of Tucson, Raven Raceway. Good luck on your new job, sir. And you might have something you'd like to say, too.
Dave, just thank you very much. And to all the folks out tonight, it's a pleasure being here. Also, as I look out here and see the races, and Dave has done just a tremendous job. Let's give him a big hand. Thank you. Have fun.
How about you giving us a hand on these goblins and goblins? We're going to go right down the line. We want a hand vote, just real quick. We're going for the best dressed costume. Okay? Mr. Ford, if you'd stand behind them, go along there and put your hand over their head. Let's see who's going to be the winner here tonight. We have several things, I believe, that is going to be given away. From Justin's, we have dinner for two, the Post Time Club, and I believe we have 2 or 3 of those. And we also have some Raven shirts. My wife will take care of the winners after. Okay, let's start right here. Everybody, let's pay a little attention. Number 1, right here. Okay, number 2, Frankenstein. Number 3. Then we got a half and half wedding, half groom. Next one, Mr. Ford. Oh, we got Dolly Parton here. The next one. Oh, no, I can't say that. Witch. Okay. Okay. The next one right here. Okay. And this one. Huh? How you doing, buddy? Didn't talk. No wonder, ain't got no head on him. This one here, number 3. 4. Oh, we got a little toddler out here. It's a duck. One more here, happy-go-lucky. Looks like one of our charger mechanics. We got 2 more, one more right here. And the last one down there, he even looks real. Okay. First prize, right here. How you doing? You happy to win? Yes, he says. Okay. Second prize, right here. And Linda, third prize, Dolly Parton. Okay. That's it. You people can go back in the stands. Linda, if you'll hand that out up front, please, the jackets and everything. Okay, we're going to get the late model main event out here right now. We got 50 laps. Yellows do count, okay? We've done that for a reason. Yellow laps will count tonight, but we are going to run 50 laps. So we're ready to go. Late models will be coming out here, and we'll get the main event started for you, and then we'll do the Charger main. Thank you all for all year being very patient. We tried to make a lot of things fun around here, but it'll get bigger and better next year, I guarantee you.
Thank you, Dave, and thank you, Darrly. That's my favorite down there, Darrly Pardon. Race for these guys this year here at Raven Raceway. Bringing up the rear in the car number 32, sponsored by Chandler Auto Body, Scale Racing Sports from Chandler, Arizona. The car number 32, Dick Fogg. Driving the car number 23 tonight, his second race in the late model division, sponsored by Gene Burnham, Luz Mobile, the car number 23, Todd Izzo. In the car number 5 from Globe, Arizona, sponsored by Cobra Tire, Bud Light, racing since 1976, car number 5, Wes Meeks. In the car number 54 from El Paso, Texas. Thanks for bringing her all the way in here, Jim. Sponsored by ASCO Incorporated, Car Parks Machine, Transportation Services Incorporated, the car number 54, Jim Harris. And George Camp makes his way up to the next car. In the car number 14, sponsored by O'Reilly Chevrolet, Townsend's Racing Works, Tucson on Tapes, Steen Engineering, Foothills Automotive, Certified Auto Electric, the car number 14, Kathy's husband, Terry Green. And the car number 34, sponsored by Brandon Brothers Texaco, Pete's Auto Repair, Roger Hale Farms, Arizona Crank, Bose Distributor, car number 34, driving for Ronnie Widwell, the car number 34, Leroy Welch. From Wilcox, Leroy Welch. In the car number 48, sponsored by Frontier Towing, Parts World, ACI, the car number 48, Lou Malandrone. In the car number 44, sponsored by Quaker State, C&L Thunder, Alpha Plumbing, Southwest Radiator, Spars Gym, Certified Electric, Lou's Speed Shop, George's Automatic Transmission, Greco Painting, Design Communications, car number 44 of Kevin Clayton. In the car number 71, making his way out on the racetrack, sponsored by George's Automatic Transmission, Certified Auto Electric, Dick Pinnell's All Exhaust, Cactus Boot and Shoe Repair, Auto Visuals, Greco Contractors Rental, Equipment, the car number 71, Paul Banghar. In the car number 73, from Eloy, Arizona, sponsored by Hancock Towing Garage in Eloy, Valley Auto, Parts in Eloy, the Eloy Pickers, and Snap-on Tools, car number 73, Mike Hancock. In the car number 61, sponsored by Royal Automotive, Copper State Towing, Quaker State Oil, Rogers Automotive Finishes, and driving this 61 vehicle tonight, they call him Rapid Roy Gibson. In the car number J7 from Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks, Jack, for bringing her on down the Raven tonight. Sponsored by Miracle Square Apartments in Tucson, Arizona Custom Engines. Parts Place in Casa Grande from Phoenix, Arizona. Car number J7, Jack Ickes. In the car number 6, sponsored by Southwest Stucco, Sunset Ornamental Iron, DNR Communications, and the Music Box Lounge. They call him Bronco Billy Brandon. In the car number 87, sponsored by Eastside Engines, DeYoung Motorsports, Valley Marble, Tucson Boxing Association. The car number 86, a 406 Chevy from Tucson, Herb Lang. Driving the car number 9, also of the Southwest Stucco team, sponsored by Southwest Stucco, Sunset Ornamental Iron, Cold Road Lounge, the Bootery on Craycroft, DNR Communications, Drake & Sons Used Trucks and Parts. The car number 9, Ron Lutz. In the car number B52, sponsored by Performance Engine and Machine, Certified Auto Electric, Brassfield Auto Parts, Braswell Carburation, Copper State Towing, Simonson Generator, ABC Radiator, DeYoung Motorsports, Ron's Racing Products, and D&M Manufacturing from Tucson. The car number B52, Jamie Throckmorton Jr. In the car number 90, a beautiful looking Chevrolet, sponsored by DeYoung Motorsports, Collateral Loan in Phoenix, Doc Stevens Performance Engines, J&J Salvage, and Guarantee Muffler from Glendale, Arizona, Carl Moltner Jr. In the car number 94, the Borderland car, sponsored by Borderland, L. Terry Trailer Sales, Quaker State Oil, Performance Engine and Machine, Gary's Towing, Greco Equipment Rentals, Certified Auto Electric. The car number 94, Jack Cocott. In the car number 75B from Grand Junction, Colorado. Thanks, Jeep, for bringing her down here to Raven Raceway. Sponsored by Pennzoil Products, Barry's Garage, BC Engineering, Larry Shaw Race Cars. Car number 75B, Jeep Barry. In the car number 05, another fella from out of town, and thanks, Pat, for coming in from El Paso. Sponsored by Kearney Automotive, DNC Wrecking, Rocky Chassis. The car number 05 from El Paso, Texas, Pat Kearney. In the car number 11, 11T they call it sometimes, and sponsored by Automobile Recyclers, Custom Engines from Tucson. Car number 11, Ken McCluskey. In the car number 88, also sponsored by Eastside Engines, DeYoung Motorsports, Valley Marble, Tucson Boxing Association, a Chevy 406, car number 88 of Tucson, Dwayne Lang. You got it. In the car number 74, sponsored by Blue Circle West, Performance Engine and Machine, Amarillo Braswell Carburetions, Danny's Racing Apparel, in Amarillo, Texas, the Spirit of Vicky Lynn from Tucson, the winner of Raven Raceway Championship this year, the car number 74, Carl Trimmer. In the car number 98 from Tucson, sponsored by Arizona Machine and Tool Center Incorporated, Townsend Racing Works, American Spectrum Corporation from Tucson, car number 98, Robert Townsend. On the outside pole position tonight, and wouldn't you know it, on a Budweiser night here at Raven Raceway, sponsored by Budweiser and Golden Eagle Distributors, Performance Engine and Machine, Certified Auto Electric, Brassfield Auto Parts, Braswell Carburetors, Pennzoil, Top Line Auto, and ANC Radiator. This Bud's for you, Rick Sipes. And the car number 50, sponsored by Challenge Engines, Performance Chevrolet, Alexander Marine Electric, from Phoenix, Arizona, the car number 50, Wayne Noyes, your pole sitter tonight for this 50-lap main event for the NASCAR Winston late models. And our pace car for tonight, from Rawlings Chrysler and Plymouth, our pace car. That's not out there, but they're here. All right, folks, they done such a good job this year. Come on, let's send them away on their last race with a standing ovation. Take your hats, your handkerchiefs, your shoes, your socks, I don't care. Let's come to your feet when they come down there in turn number 4, and let's cheer them on to victory. They've really put on one whale of a show this year. Come on, up to your feet right now. Let's cheer them on. Let's let them hear it. Good job. They appreciate it. I appreciate it. Tom Boyd appreciates it. Your main event, a 50-lap race here for the NASCAR Winston late models. The hockey man is here. Here we come off of turn number 4. Off of number 4 corner they come. George Camp gives him the green flag as Wayne Noyes leads him down the front straightaway with Robert Townsend in second position. And they're all bunched up, and uh-oh, we've got them up all over the place over there at turn number 2. And that brings out an early yellow flag for this 50-lap event. And remember, folks, the yellow flags will count. It looks like Carl Trimmer involved in that one. Rick Sipes involved in that one. Our leader, car number 50, I believe, is involved in that one. Dwayne Lang in number 88 involved in that. Or is that Throckmorton? No, that's 50. That's Wayne Noyes. So Wayne Noyes. 5-0 in that mishap on the first lap of this 50-lap main event. So Tom, welcome.
You know, I can't believe you still got 100 laps of feature racing here tonight.
That we do.
That's incredible. Tough news for your Ice Cats tonight, Jack. 9-0.
Oh my goodness, worse than last night, huh?
oh, wait till I find a pool to wear this to. Yes, who did this? The Camps, who went to Phoenix, brought back a t-shirt. And that's about as far as we dare go.
Yes, I'd say so.
But if you're familiar with racing out here, open wheel stuff particularly, and know who Dan Smith is and where he hails from and what his slogan was in 1987, that's what the t-shirt looks like.
I told George Camp a little bit earlier, I told the folks he used to drive in the world of in-laws.
He drove him crazy. Going to be a tough break for Trimmer if he's got damage excessive to doing it, especially coming down this early on in your late model main event. I can't believe a 50-lap late model main, and I cannot believe, Jack Jacobs, Maw Nature. Somebody's paying her off, aren't they?
Unbelievable.
Jeez. I even kept calling from the hockey game. And apparently it got so busy and frantic out here that we didn't get an answer several times. And we were almost heartbroken down there to think that it wasn't going on. But as I drifted out I-10, it's so neat when you come over that Kolb overpass and you see the lights in the distance.
Isn't that beautiful?
Of Raven Raceway.
I had the opportunity to do that one time, and we missed that all year. We're always up here early. But this is a neat place. And some neat racing tonight, Tom. Some of the closest competition that I've seen all year. We had one fellow in the Charger class a little bit earlier tonight flip his car, the worst one I've seen out here all year, and I'm talking open wheel cars and so forth. He lost the engine and the transmission out of the car and everything over there at turn number 4, and he come walking away from it. Thank goodness for him.
Outrageous.
Yes.
That may be a subtle way of telling you a little something else about a track, too. How closely they follow a stringent guideline of rules.
And his roll cage held up, yes.
A lot of times we get picked on, we being the Dave and Linda Manuses, for being strict, but there may be a real good reason why. The safety factor is always one of the first factors they do take a look at, so sometimes, even though it may seem a little unfair, and right now you know it feels very unfair for that guy. He's had more than his fair share of them this year, hasn't he?
That he has.
Rick Sipes, the Budweiser 4U car.
He won one a little bit earlier. He beat the Budman out in our comedy race.
Anxious to see how Carl's machine looks when he brings it on around. But at least it's running. That's important on a night like tonight. Wayne, I don't know about. Looks like maybe the hook is going to have to.
Hook is on him, yes.
Use him all the way.
Now let's see if Carl, what his plans are right now. Looks like Carl Trimmer's fuel cell has been ruptured, perhaps. They're checking it out right now. And if it is, he's going to... Well, maybe it's just overflow.
What a break if, in fact, it's an overflow as opposed to a rupture, needless to say. But they did say the leakage originally was coming from the corner of the cell. He almost qualifies now as an open wheeler.
Almost. But they're going to double check it just in case. Don't want to have any problems out on the track right now. Got whacked good over there at turn number 2, as you've seen. So it's going to be a total restart, and we're going to put him back. Hey, look at that! Rick Sipes back out on the racetrack. And we just about counted him out. Oh, my goodness. Some good news for the Budweiser people here on a Budweiser Halloween night.
Boy, it looked ominous not that many moments ago when he went limping out of here behind one of Gary's towing rigs. Guess that's what the cheering was moments ago when he fired up down there. And
here's another partial open wheel car.
Then even more cheering when he dashed out from behind. Well, look at that. Of all things, the Budweiser sign.
That's right. So it looks like Rick will be on the pole position. So this is going to be interesting. We had a battle a little bit earlier between Rick Sipes and Carl Trimmer in a heat race, and Sipes led it the whole race up until the last lap, and Trimmer wound up winning it.
But a dandy one, eh?
A dandy one. Shirley VC? Shirley VC. Where would you like her? Where would you like her? To the press box, please. Shirley VC to the 3rd red step on the press box. Not the 2nd, but the 3rd. So a complete restart, and Rick Sipes in the 4U Budweiser 4U car be your pole sitter. Carl Trimmer will be on the outside of Rick Sipes. And the way they line up is the way you're going to get them for a complete restart. Well, the complete restart flag, the yellow and red one, is in George Camp's hand, and we'll slow him up a little bit here. Throckmorton out in front right now. Let's see where they position him. Get that 5 car back into its proper position. Oh, look at that. 5-0 is back, Tom. Unbelievable. Wayne Noyce.
Our only loss out of that whole mess winds up being 98 Robert Townsend.
Wayne Noyce, the pole sitter once again. Let's see what George Camp has in mind right now. If he's waiting on number 05 to catch up with the rest. I don't know what 05 is doing.
Oh, about 30 knots.
That's about right.
Into the wind, though. Must take that into account.
That's Pat Kearney from El Paso in the 05 car.
What an amazing field you've got here, Jack Jacobs. I stay away one night, you go crazy.
Was some darn good racing tonight.
And we've still got 100 to go.
That's
Can
right.
you believe it? Oh, you folks got your money's worth tonight, didn't you? And then some. What was final total car count?
We had 96 cars.
96 machines.
69 Chargers and 27 LMs.
Wow. Those Chargers. I wonder if Dave wound up with the Chargers doing what he set out at the beginning of the season hoping they would do, or if maybe he got a little bit more than his money's worth. What do you suppose?
I suppose he did.
Let's go racing once again, eh, Jack?
Let's go. Look at that Wayne Noyce. Wait a minute.
I can't believe Sipes and Trimmer back out there. It sure looked rough for them for a moment or two. Wayne Noyce in that 50 machine in the lead, Sipes behind him, and Trimmer running along in fourth place as they come into and out of turn 3. But that 11T machine of Ken McCleskey's is hanging right in there with him and in second place now ahead of Sipes and Trimmer. But they're probably getting a regaining of the field for their machines right about now, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. Oh, look at that.
A little bit high in that turn 3 drift for Noyce.
Look at the black ice, or blue ice, as some call it. Really starting to show up there at turn number 1.
Sipes and Trimmer got in a little tap down there in turn 1, and the gap opens up now between your two leaders and those two, with a wild spin out up here in turn 1 that'll bring out the yellow caution once again. 54 is our down machine up there. Jim Harris, one of our El Paso's buddy over racing tonight with a bit of a problem. Looks like he's moving though under his own power, waiting on the traffic to clear, and he'll swing it around and into action. So not only has Maw Nature been good, but Lady Luck hasn't been bad for these guys either, although Robert Townsend, I suppose, is probably going boo hiss right about now.
Oh, yes.
But numbers-wise, he's the only one knocked out. Several others have been knocked around, and you know who I'm talking about, but they're right back out there. '95 plus on a Halloween night in 1987. Told that to folks back in February or March, they would have looked at you with a real strange look on their face. Five laps gone in this one as they resort it and get ready to go after it again with Ken McCleskey now in the lead in the 11T machine. He is not in that position just yet, but the officials will work on him here in lap 6. The message was delivered. McCluskey out in front, Sipes, Trimmer in that order at the top of the stack here, with Jeep Berry of Grand Junction, Colorado in the 75B machine. Rounding out your top 5 right now in this one. And lap 7 coming up for him. With the green flag flying, says Camp George, here we go. Carl Trimmer putting on a good move on the outside there in 74 as we lose one on the short side of turn 4 down here. And it doesn't look like he's going to be moving with his own gracious power, so the yellow flag will come out once again as we roll into lap 8 now, with McCluskey still up front, then Sipes and Trimmer. Trimmer putting a good move on Sipes at the dash off on that one up into turn 1. But we lost this one down here in turn 4. So the yellow is out once again, 0-5, and a bit of a problem on that infield lip down here. Another of our El Paso buddies with Pat Carney at the wheel of 0-5. Why don't you take a break? Take a break today. Say hi to Frank on your way by. Frank McCann. Good to see him out here as we wrap it up. He's been at least 15 seasons, 15 that he admits to, following these very men and their machines right here, late models in the valley. He's been with a particular eye on old laughing boy Marion Smiley. I know Frank's anxious to see what Marion bounces back with in 88, as are all of us. Wayne Noyce is back in the field now. Good to see Cocott behind the wheel of that 94 machine, and he's not in too bad a shape right now as we think about restarting this one. And they are now 10 laps down in this one. And Mr. Carney is going to have some work to do over Texas way this week. Yellow continues to fly as we enter lap number 11. 50 laps of NASCAR Winston late models feature race for you tonight, with another 50 from the NASCAR Chargers yet to come down. I bet we're going to be toying with our Arizona Daily Star Tucson Citizen deadline of 2:30 in the morning real tight. We may have to phone some of this one in. So our trackside and overhead officials continue to sort them out here. Looks like we're maybe just a lap away from restart here into lap 12 now. Terry Green there in 14, Paul Banghart right behind him in 71. That could be a interesting little race within a race. Up front, McCluskey from Tucson. And we've got the green flag. He leads Sipes and Trimmer and Jeep Berry into turn 1. Trimmer trying to take an outside move down there, unable to get it done into and through turn 2. He stays right behind Sipes, though now squishes up on his right side into turn 3. Still McCluskey up front. Sipes still in second place and staving off Carl Trimmer right at the start-finish line. Looked like Carl might have just a little bit of an advantage as they eked into turn 1. Sipes apparently backs off in 2, drifts to third position with Carl Trimmer taking over second place, and Sipes running 3 abreast into turn 3, battling for position number 3 behind those 2 guys. But right now, Jeep Berry of Grand Junction, Colorado, is running in third place behind McCluskey and Trimmer. Sipes battling now to hang on to fourth place, and he loses it away to Dwayne Lang in 88, who's running fourth now in that blue 88. right there. Herb Lang in 87. Instead of Dwayne running in 4th place. And problems back there for McCleskey coming out of turn 2, and we've got yellow once again with a spin out in turn 3. Dick Fogg in 32 with a bit of a problem up there, but he's got his own power, so he'll get right back into this one. From Chandler, Arizona, is Dick Fogg, F-O-G-G, 32. So the officials go into their sorting processes once again. Good luck, guys and gals. McCleskey back up front. Trimmer and Berry, Herb Lang, Sipes, and Kokot. And Jack Jacobs with a 55-second pit stop, one of our faster ones this season. And about to go square dancing with Linda Manus, who's got him locked out of the booth. He hasn't finished his cigarette anyway, so he won't mind that at all. Tricks and treats. What motorsport is all about 52 weeks out of the year. But a little more special as we eyeball lap 20 and the green flag because of Halloween night. McCleskey, Trimmer, Berry, Lang, Sipes, and Kokot being chased by Rapid Roy as we restart our way into this one on lap number 20. Ken McCleskey of our town in 11T rolling with the lead into lap 21, but it's a short lead by only that much on Trimmer and Berry as they give chase along with the old Fox. Herb Lang in number 87 out of turn 2 in position 4, but with a nice little margin now on the Bud 4U machine with Rick Sipes at the wheel and Jack Kokot right over his shoulder. There's McCleskey looking at Trimmer go into that second place battle into turn 1, battling there with Jeep Berry. And Trimmer overtakes him between 1 and 2. We've got yellow once again with a downed machine between 3 and 4. Lou Malindrone's 48 Buick heading in the wrong direction up there, and that's brought out the yellow once again. Lap 22 going by. Nearing the midway point. Malindrone off and rolling now in the Buick 48. Get him tagged around, a chance to get back into it. Hot chocolate looks sensational.
So, how many laps are we down?
Half of the way.
2 laps down? Oh, halfway.
Give us a break, Jack.
Oh, I
for
just
crying out loud.
I went down, got some hot chocolate, and the yellow was out. When I came back, the yellow was still out.
It's been a yellow kind of night. Lou Malindrone taking a hike. Green flag time for them that remain. McCleskey, Trimmer, Berry, Lang, Sipes, Kokot, and Gibson. That's how they stack up with half of this one in the book. And looks like Terry Green in the O'Reilly Chevy machine getting knocked silly up there in turn 2. Wouldn't have been so bad until that second tap. That second tap did him in pretty well, and yeah, looky there, it's Mike Hancock out of Eloy in the 73 AM machine. And I'll bet Mike's got more damage on the right front corner than what even he suspects as a result of plowing into and already having spun out Terry Green in number 14.
And he's still under his own power.
Unbelievable. He got smacked real good by Hancock.
Now, does he have a flat on that left rear? I don't know. It seems like he does, Tom.
Another candidate for our open wheel class. I'm shocked that we don't see more damage on that car than we do.
Uh-oh, he's spilling something out of that machine.
And we're seeing enough because it's leaking aplenty. Black ice developing real swell by now, Jack.
Boy, that it is, Tom. And it looks like Terry Green has a fuel cell leak as he headed it into the pits.
Chargers get out here later. They're going to think these late modelers are really rolling out a black carpet for them. They'll love that groove. So enough fuel down to stop them. Red flag time. The Eloy Hancock machine will limp off to the pit field now behind the machine that he didn't do any help to say the least. Apparently we've got some fuel down both in turn 2. Now we're getting word that it is in fact a trail of it all the way around the track. So you're such a tease.
I know.
Robin tells me.
Robin who? Hi, Robin. She didn't catch that. Bud Night. I think I'll have me a nice ice cold Budweiser after tonight's event.
I heard a rumor the beer wells here are bottomless.
That's right. Up until 1 o'clock.
And that could become an important factor, couldn't it?
Yes, it could.
Possibly. One more. Waves George Camp to them. "28 laps gone. Should leave 22. What do you suppose, Jack? Something of a 22-lap dash?
I suppose. I tell you, McCluskey has been very impressive tonight, that number 11 car.
He's looked very strong so far.
And Jeep was giving Carl a run for his money there at that last lap.
Love that name.
Jeep.
You'll love the game because it's called racing. Under the green, McCluskey, Trimmer, Berry, Lang, Sipes, and Cocott. That's how they stack into turn 1, but there's a change out of turn 2. Trimmer loses ground rapidly to Jeep Berry. And look at Herb Lang move, Jack.
Boy, that he is, Tom. Herb's really been competing very well tonight, but number 32 once again spun out there at turn number 2.
Second spin out, too, for that 32 of Dick Fogg down from Chandler. So he's made a spectator of himself.
Looks like he's got it under his own power again. I think.
20 laps left.
Oh, that's what he's doing. He's trying to get it started. And doesn't look like he can do it uphill. So Gary will give him a little shove.
It's all cartoon today, thinking of pushing and pulling. The first box, a couple of them were complaining about how tragic it is, how sad it is, I guess, to be pushing 30. And in the next caricatures box, there was 2 older guys sitting there saying how much more devastating it was to be pulling 30. Are we pulling 30 yet?
We're pulling 40, buddy. Whoops. I didn't mean to disclose that, but
it just rolled out.
Yep.
$20 to go. Fog out of here. Green flag ready, and Camp says let's do it. So we've gone racing. Where have we seen this before?
Saturday night here at Raven Raceway.
Kleski, Trimmer, and Barry, followed by Herb Lang out of turn 2. Then a gap before Rick Sipes, Cocott, et al. Lap number 33 about to unravel with Ken McCleskey looking stronger and stronger all the time. Opening it up now just a little bit on Jeep Barry and Carl Trimmer. Trimmer running second to Barry with Herb Lang rounding out your top 4. And looks like Cocott now putting on a move in 5th place.
Oh, look at Jeep Barry overtake Carl Trimmer down the straightaway now.
Carl suddenly finds himself in 3rd place, just ahead of Herb. Into and out of turn 1, out of 2, and down the back chute they go. McCleskey still cooking. The Jeep Barry now has risen to the front to give his own version of a chase here on McCleskey. Trimmer not out of it by any stretch of the imagination, or Lang for that matter. And Cocott, after a little bit of a gap, I would think is in strong contention still in this one as they all go by Lou Malindrome in 48. He's probably happy just to have it back out here, wouldn't you think? Barry trying to put a move on now into turn 1, but unable to get her done, taking a little bit higher groove than McCleskey and able to close it up in turn 2. But he's not able to overtake him down the back chute and into turn 3, Jack. And look at Lang and Trimmer battle side by side.
Oh, and look at this, Tom. Barry jumps in front of him down the front straightaway and almost spun him out.
And as Barry jumped into the lead, Herb Lang jumped past Carl Trimmer and into 3rd place in this one. So your longtime leader, Ken McCleskey, is now in 2nd place.
And the yellow flies as we've got one spun out just before turn, right over there at turn number 3. Looks like 05 car. Looks like Pat Carney from El Paso. And Pat losing it over there. Just right over there at turn number 3. Lap number 39 coming up. As Jeep Barry in 75B leads McCleskey in 11T. Herb Lane, I'll tell you what, Herb put on a real charge tonight in that number 87 car. Currently in 3rd position. Carl Trimmer right behind Herb in the Spirit of Mickey Lynn 74. Rick Sipes behind Cocott. Well, he's behind Lutz too.
Bronco Billy and the 6 machine, if you missed it, just headed off into the pit field. Was almost a simultaneous move as McCleskey was dropping off at the lead. Carl Trimmer was dropping out of 3rd, losing that to Herb Lang. As Jeep Barry in the 75B machine with 38 laps gone in this 50-lap feature. he picks or falls into this time to get into the lead. But I'll tell you what, those top 4 or 5 have been running real strong and consistent with one another all night long. And now parity comes to this field as a result of the yellow flag, one of your favorite times, I know, because it bunches them up. You love them in bunches, don't you?
I sure do. The bigger the bunches, the better the bunches.
Lap 41, if you didn't hear it, in the books now. 9 laps to go. The green flag being prepared by starter George Camp. It would be lap 42 if we get it. An 8-lap dash. Berry, McCleskey, Lang, Trimmer, and Cocott at the green flag into lap 42, and look at Berry go off of the pole, launching himself into turn 1 and coming away, opening up a little bit of a lead now down the back chute over McCleskey and Herb Lang. They desperately try to close it up the back chute, get it done somewhat. Still, Jeep Berry in 75B, then McCleskey, Lang, Trimmer and Cocott getting it side by side in a battle for 4th place. Trimmer prevails through turn 1, holds it in 4th place in this one as we look at lap 44.
Jeep Berry got a little bit high, Tom, on that back straightaway. Almost lost it by the Winston Racing Series, but he brought it back down.
Tell you what, he's looking awfully strong right now as we lose 2 up in turn 4. And that brings out the yellow once more.
Looks like Jamie Throckmorton Jr. in B52.
And 73, Mike Hancock. If that's the 73 AM machine from Eloy. And looks like it is. Down to 5 laps to go. So imagine the dash. Not just with the top 5, but there's some stacked up behind them that could come up. Got to be sitting there behind the wheel now. You've been there before. Gambling on whether we're going to have one more yellow. I think my guess would be with 5 to go, if I were actually in the field, I guess I'd drive off like there weren't going to be any more.
I think I would too. Ditto to that. There goes 54. What's he going to do? Is he going out or? So Jeep Berry in 75B, very impressive tonight, along with another impressive fella, Ken McCleskey in 11T. Your front runners right now, Jeep Berry, your leader, Ken McCleskey in 2nd position. Jeep all the way in from Grand Junction, Colorado. Had the privilege of meeting him just this afternoon. And those folks were, well, they called us from Flagstaff and wanted to know if it was raining here, and we said, come on down. They stopped, I think, in Phoenix again and said, well, it's raining here. We said, come on down. And here he is leading the main event in that car number 75B. So he gambled, and so far his gambling's going good. He's the current leader in this 50-lap main event. Looks like Mike Hancock is back out there, Tom. Well, folks, we're not putting the blame on George or our officials or anybody, but you've got to understand, and we've got to get these guys positioned in their proper position. There is X amount of dollars involved in this 50-lap main event, and we want everybody to have a fair shake.
Tony Barrow, I echo that sentiment. Let's go, she says.
Let's go racing.
Get a mic on her one of these nights. She does say it with authority, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
She says, let's go. You want to go? And we go. Very effective lady. We lose one early on in this one. Will it bring out the yellow? Yes, it does. We go to yellow before making any progress. Is that Sipes?
That's Rick Sipes in the Budweiser 4U car. And let's see if Rick can get it back under his own power and what they're going to do with him.
Look at 44 literally dragging. Kevin Clayton dragging some sheet metal on that right rear panel. Just bobbing up and down as it smacks off of the track's surface behind that machine.
Now Ray Judy over to talk to Rick Sipes, one of our track officials out on the racetrack, and Gary's towing out there to give him a shove off. Let's see what the officials are going to do with Rick.
Well, if you're keeping track, 51 is the lap number here. So guess what? It's an elongated NASCAR Winston late model race for you tonight.
It's about the most yellows I've seen this year for a late model race. One right after the other, but we'll get it going.
And as soon as we get word on how long they will go here, we'll let you know so as you don't miss anything.
Well, it looks like they're going to, well, Rick got it started. Let's see what they're going to do with them. Black flag. Second spin for Rick Sipes. Up, and he ignores it.
I think he missed the sign.
Second spin puts you in the pits. Whether you're Rick Sipes, Carl Trimmer, or the rest of them, if you spin twice, into the pits you go.
Well, you know that won't sit well because it wouldn't sit well with any of them. Relegated to spectatorship in one fell swoop. But he did get the message, and so he's gone.
And he'll be back. Perhaps not tonight, but next year. There's always next year.
And we've got green again, Jack.
That we do, as Gene Berry leads him down the front straightaway. McCluskey lunges out and tries to catch him, but Berry looking extra good out there tonight. Oh, look at that white flag, Tom.
Cocott, as the white flag flies for your lead cars, is in fourth place and trying to keep Carl Trimmer out of his pocket. So looking real good right now for a Berry named Jeep in the lead in 75B, dialing it in long distance tonight for what looks to be a pretty decent win over Tucsonan Kent McCluskey and fellow Tucsonan Herb Lang, who will finish second and third in this one as the dual checkered flags fly. Cocott and Trimmer round out your top five.
And Jeep Berry, very impressive tonight from Grand Junction, Colorado, wins it. The main event, the 50-lap last NASCAR Winston late model of the year. Car number 75. Let's give him a good hand, folks. From Grand Junction, Colorado, Jeep Berry. Ken McCluskey in second. Herb Lane winds up in third. Jack Cocott in fourth. Carl Trimmer in fifth. And Ron Lutz in sixth.
And the machinery getting more than their fair share of knocking around tonight. A lot of sheet metal be among the first things that get tended to on these machines as these guys eyeball 1988. But what a show they put on for you here this evening.
And it's not over.
And we're far from being over. Just getting the itch down there. 19, sponsored by Cabodo Pontiac, Alco Welding, Metro Oil Service, Astrolite Battery, Ken's Exxon, El Campo Tire, Johnny's Restaurant, Gary's Towing, Sparks Cycle Supply, Off-Muth Used Cars, WW Enterprises, Dealers Auto, P&J Recycling, Simon's Driving Services, that or machine shop or something, with John Fetter at the wheel of number 19.
In the car number 46, sponsored by Doc Engine and Machines, Big A Auto Parts from Tucson, car number 46, Gordon Langston.
Next, the 111 car over from Wilcox, sponsored by Benedum Engine, Dunnigan Towing, Banks Transmission. They call him the Bounty Hunter, George Benedum.
In the car number 02, sponsored by Ace Automatic Transmissions, RTT Transmissions, Fleetline Radiator, Tony Izzo.
Next, the 98 machine, sponsored by Bishop's Floor Covering, Fisher Engineering, LeBeau's Radiator Service, Evenson and Sons Welding, and Ben and Son Auto Salvage, Ron Bishop.
In the car number 141, and bringing it in from Wilcox, and thanks Mr. Flintstone for bringing her here. Sponsored by Dunnigan Towing and Benedum Engine, Jim Glow Manufacturing. The car number 141, Larry Benedum.
Next, the 777, sponsored by Brake Fast, Mobile Brake, and Gary's Towing, with Herb Penrod at the wheel.
And the car number 10 from Tucson, sponsored by Engines Etc. Car number 10, Dan Umphras.
Next up, the 901 machine, sponsored by IBIS Company, with Roger Rafferty at the wheel.
In the car number 80, sponsored by Airport Signs, Merriman's Southwest Tire from Tucson, Carmen Griffith.
Number 97, sponsored by Simonson Generator, Pro Tire and Wheel, Max Marine, and Hall's Mobile Home Repair Service, Eric Simonson at the wheel.
In number 84, from Tucson, sponsored by Desert Bug, Price Rentals, and Jeff's Auto Repair, Paul Francis.
Next, the 112 car, sponsored by himself, with Russell Cram at the wheel from Chandler.
In the car number 06, the Spuds Mobile, sponsored by Golden Eagle Distributors, Brassfield Auto Parts, Sneak Joint Bar and Grill, Lancaster's Pest Control, Jeff's Matco Tools, car number 06, Don McMurrack.
73, sponsored by Casagrande Chrysler Center, Valley Auto Parts, Larry's Automotive, Hancock's Towing and Garage, and Weissman's Auto Salvage from Eloy, Danny Hancock.
In the car number 79 from one of my favorite towns, Sierra Vista, Arizona, sponsored by Arizona Sign and Graphics, Chaparral Van Lines, Cochise Fuel in Huachuca City, Mini Marts, Cal Gas of Sierra Vista, car number 79, Ray Wilson.
36, sponsored by McCluskey Electric, Max Tire and Lube, Automobile Recyclers, Aztec Glass and Aluminum, Homerick Racing Enterprises, and Flutessa Lighting and Sign with Butch McCluskey at the wheel.
Driving car number 94 tonight, and sponsored by Greco Lighting, a Chevy 355, Terry Gibson.
The 30 car, sponsored by Kelly Realty, Pima Automotive, Brandon Brothers Texaco, Performance Engine and Machine, Drake & Son Auto Communications Systems, Ellis Race Cars, Jack's Towing and Interstate Battery, along with Leo's Auto Parts. That's John Watson at the wheel.
Inside of the third row, sponsored by ALM or AL McCune Drywall, Ron's Art, Roadrunner Roll-Off, and the Tire Corral on Roger Road, car number 0, David Fox.
For Sure, sponsored by Southwest Stucco, Perfection Autocraft, Jackrabbit Towing and Salvage, and Roger Gerte and Neighborhood. Steve Neff at the wheel.
Inside second row, car number 23, sponsored by Barnett and Doyle Construction, Brassfield Auto Parts, Gary's Towing, Tia Arena Restaurant, House of Carpet, Allen Signs, and Subway Sandwiches, Gordon Sam's.
Outside pole number 3, sponsored by Brassfield Auto Parts, Fisher Engineers, Auto Recyclers, H&R Construction, Audio Visuals, Performance Engine, and Ben & Son Auto Wrecking, Darrell Fisher at the wheel.
And your pole sitter tonight for this 50-lap main event for the NASCAR Charger is sponsored by Body Parts Store, Arizona Frame and Axle, the car number 766, Don Hall. And the pace car, or I should say the pace truck tonight from Friendly Auto Sales, the pace truck. A beautiful looking Ford. So there you have it, the lineup for the 50-lap NASCAR Charger. And I'll tell you what, this is their last race of the year, and these guys are going to be pouring it on for you. A bunch of y'all left, but a bunch of y'all are here. So let's stand to our feet and cheer these guys on to victory. They appreciate you being out here. Let's show them that we appreciate them putting on such a good show. Come on, let's let them hear it, folks. Give them a good hand. Good show. Go get them. So the Friendly Auto Pace Truck leaves the racetrack, so perhaps we're going to go under the green this time. What do you think? I think we're going green. Okay, here they go. Headed for turn number 3. Don Hall in 766 leads them on around. Off the number 4 corner they come. George Camp gives them the green flag. And here we go in our 50-lap main event of the NASCAR Chargers here at Raven Raceway, the widest 3/8 in the West. Here they come down the front straightaway, clean and green so far. Darrell Fisher opens up the gap just a little bit. We get him a little wobbly over there as Izzo spins out at turn number 2. It looks like Neff having his problems. One of the Fenners over there, one of the Benedums over there, and number 141, that's Larry Benedum. So that brings out the yellow flag. Looks like 777 also over there. 777 being Herb Penrod. John Fenner in number 19. Steve Neff over there. As the fire crew and tow truck crew head over there. Put the old hooks on. Also want to thank the folks over at Justin's Post Time Pub, or Ireland's Post Time Pub, for all the support that they've given us this year. Justin, just a heck of a nice guy over there at Craycroft and Golf Links. Ireland's Post Time Pub. Well, looks like one of the tow trucks pulling away, but one of them's got the hook on somebody over there. And they're checking that fella out, whoever that is. Come on, what do you folks think he's doing over there, huh? Is he gonna raise the flag? Nope, the flag's already up. How in the world do you come out to race and you gotta go potty? And you've got a 50-lap race to go. Who is that? Let's find out that guy's name. We're gonna really embarrass him. David Fox. David, I can't believe it. Oh, boy. Wait till I tell your sponsor, the Tire Corral. Roadrunner Roll-Off, Ron's Art, Al McCune Drywall. David, did you go potty over there? And you admit it? Shame on you, Davey.
Green flag's ready by Camp. What do you think?
I think we're going.
Even with a mouthful, huh? Darrell Fisher, John Watson. As we get into 50 laps of pure fun and feature, main event NASCAR Chargers. Fisher leads Watson down the back straight into and out of turn 3. All of them seeming to take that low road right now. Fisher and Watson have been in the spotlight their fair share this year. Gordon Sams bumping along now in 4th place in that 23 machine. And look out, Rawlings Chrysler and one of the Pennington brothers, half of the bounty hunters.
They look like they're hooked together there. They're trying to get loose.
Absolutely. I thought they were not going to get stopped before scraping into the wall. But they did. Lap 2 rolling by you right now. George Benedum, the 111 car. And Roger Rafferty behind the wheel of the Rawlings Chrysler 901 machine. So those two are engaged, so to speak, up in turn 1 here in lap 2. Now we roll into lap 3 on this one.
Steven Stearns, we've got your wallet over at the photo booth. Steve Stearns, pick up your wallet at the photo booth. If you're still here, hopefully. So, Mr. Fisher in that number 3 car will be your current leader once this one gets underway. You see John Watson in number 30 currently running in 2nd position. That 7.6 car, or 7.66 car of Don Hall falling back to 3rd position. Look at that, Gordon Sams in that 23 Halloween car in 4th position. Car number 73 of Danny Hancock holding on to 5th place right now. Looks like Mr. Izzo back out on the racetrack. That's Todd Izzo, or Tony Izzo, I should say. Todd jumping into the late model division tonight. Picking himself up Jack Moore's old 23 car. Is that the Rawlings car on the hook there?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Roger Rafferty, not one of your happier people at the Raven Raceway facility right now. Behind the wheel of that Rawlings 901 tonight.
Well, let's see if they're caught sleeping on the green, whether or not George is going to give it this time or not. I've got a feeling we're going to go green. Darrell Fisher leads him around real slow down the back straightaway, headed for turn number 3.
And lap number 6.
A couple of them sleeping back there. A bunch of them sleeping. But they're waking up right now as Darrell Fisher in number 3 and John Watson battle it out for number 1 position.
Well, the 111 car is back out there now, having dashed out here from the infield area.
And look at the battle going on in first place here, Tom, by Darrell Fisher and John Watson. Side by side, headed into turn 1. Yellow flag
Yellow
flies.
again.
Sam spins out on the back straightaway.
But it'll be a short yellow.
And George, a little upset, not taking a chance, throwing out the yellow pretty quick there, but for safety's sake, throwing it out. And did not realize Sam's got it back under his own power once again.
Better safe than sorry.
There goes Benedum, number 111, one of the Benedum fellows, George, matter of fact, who fared real well in our consign and semi-main events tonight, into pit field right now. George from Wilcox, Arizona. So the yellow flag is brought out once again, but the yellow flag laps do count in this 50-lap main event for this NASCAR Charger division.
Dying to see if that Zero guy you caught behind the flagpole comes back with Charmin as one of his sponsors next year. I suppose there's a shot.
With David Fox, you never know. Some sleepers again once more, and the green flies.
Watson dives by Fisher in front of the grandstands and takes the lead into and out of turn 1. Let's see what happens down that back chute. George has got the yellow out once again.
And Mr. Watson once again is leading. Nope, he's in second position right now as Darrell Fisher is going to be leading this one once we get looks like number 84. Am I correct, Tom?
It's the way I see it. Tucson and Paul Francis down up there under the other Budweiser sign in turn 3. Getting a boost from Gary's right now.
19 goes behind 777.
11 o'clock, gates open tomorrow. Racing at 2. Not only the off-roaders now, but the mini stocks will be here also on a Halloween Sunday. Watson will be your leader when we get back into the green on this one, with Fisher in second. So they'll get the message to Mr. Watson somewhere on this tour. And hopefully it'll all be sorted out and ready to go here again shortly.
Where'd the track go? Somebody said the track was gone. Oh, there it is. Nah, I think it looks good with that blue ice out there.
Ray Judy gets the message delivered.
Yep, and they do put Watson back into the lead.
At least those two are right now. Watson, then Fisher.
And look at that.
The charge
by Russell Cram, is it?
Russ Cram has put on. He's come up several positions just in the short period of running that we've actually enjoyed under the green thus far in this one.
And look at Don Hall in 7.66 putting on a charge also, Tom. Danny Hancock at number 73 from Eloy, currently running in 5th position. Let's see if these guys have woke up yet, if they're going to be caught sleeping. Nope, not this time.
Green flag on the 13th lap, Jack, on Halloween. How about that?
And look at that. How about that, Tom? 7.66 spins out. Let's see if he can get it back going so we can keep this green flag going.
Let's hope so. John Watson opening it up, and look who's come up on him now, but Roger Cram displacing Darrell Fisher in 2nd place as they slow her down. Cautionary yellow out in electronic and flag form once again. Danny Hancock in 4th place in that 73 car. Just ahead of that Charmin machine. Leave it to you to catch him doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And to make mention of it. I thought it was terribly cute myself.
Well, one lap was not completed under the green with Cram in front of Fisher, so they will put Fisher back into 2nd position and put Cram back into 3rd.
You didn't talk Dan Johnson of Tucson on tapes into recording that for posterity's sake.
I hope he did. I was thinking about that. Yeah, he did.
Oh, he got it.
Yep, he got it.
He got it. Look for that at your 1st annual awards banquet. Saturday night, November 21.
Where did that cheese crisp go? That was just
Thurber
there.
Hall. It disappeared.
Where'd it go?
Into thin air.
Into thin air.
God, it was good.
The cheese crisp?
Yeah.
Okay, John Watson, still your current leader in this one. Darrell Fisher in that car number 3 from Tucson in 2nd position. Russell Cram in number 112 is holding on to 3rd position. Don Hall in 7.66 in 4th. And nobody sleeping this time, Tom. Green flag flies for John Watson. Leads him down the front straightaway. Look at Russell Cram pour it on. It gives Darrell Fisher a real good challenge.
Danny Hancock, I got to think, is just sitting there waiting on the first 3 positions to get things sorted out amongst themselves. Maybe opting to go a little conservative here, what with so much of the race still lying ahead. Fisher battling his way back into 2nd place now, behind your lead machine, John Watson. Fisher a little higher than he would like to have going into turn 2, and so he relinquishes some ground, and Danny Hancock inherits 3rd place behind Watson, your leader right there with that much of a lead over Cram. Then Hancock and Fisher, and now Eric Simonson rounding out your top 5 as Watson leads them all down the back shooting into turn 3. Cram and Hancock trying to close things up on Watson. 0-6 right front gone. He'll run on it as long as he can, but it probably won't be much longer. Watson continues on in the lead. Cram and Hancock behind him.
Herb Penrod leaving a puff of smoke as he heads down the back straightaway and the front straightaway. Let's see if he can last in this one.
Look how high John brought it up here in front of the grandstand area. and diving for the bite.
Well, he's on a high right now because he is the current leader in that car number 30 from Tucson, John Watson. Russell Cram in 112, though, right on his rear. And Danny Hancock, awfully impressive tonight, hanging right in there in third position.
Hancock, a late starter here in our inaugural campaign, and what few starts we've seen out of him, he has been most impressive.
21 out of 50 in the books right now. Headed for 22.
Oh, look at Cram trying to bite it down on the low road. He's got it done, at least temporarily, into turn 1, taking over the lead from Watson. But they'll have a 2-car battle down the back chute. Let's see how they go at it and who survives it. Cram takes the lead away, leaving Watson sandwiched in between the Cram lead and Hancock in third place.
And I think Danny Hancock is just driving conservative right now, Tom. He realizes there's over 25 laps to go. He's not going to make any unnecessary mistakes right now. And once he sees his way fit, he'll take advantage of John Watson and Russell Cram.
46 about to lose a door, we're told. There went the door in turn 3 off of the 46 machine. Sure enough, it just kept getting flappier and flappier and flappier and blew his doors off.
Literally.
How'd you do at Raven tonight, hon? Well, I got my door blown off.
Uh-oh, look out there! 777!
Penrod. Oh, what a lucky ride for him, and back into action. So it'll be a brief yellow, but boy, Penrod did the full 360 down there, missed everything, and just rolled her right back into the fray.
Well, the quick yellow was for that door that's laying on the racetrack, which can cause a dangerous situation over there at turn number 3. We'll get that door off. Oh, looks like Mr. Simonson in 97's got a flat tire, and he's going to make an Indy stop, or a Raven stop, and see if he can get that right rear tire repaired, or changed, I should say, and get back out in this one.
The Raven Restoration Program down in the pit fields.
David Fox, what a character. My kind of guy.
How can we tell? You're both big in flag racing ceremonies.
That's right.
I suppose.
I'm ready.
Look good to me. How about you? Cram, Watson, Hancock et al. Get the green, and here we go, midway right around your corner. And we're not talking state fair. Hancock battling along in third place behind Watson, the one-time leader in this one.
Uh-oh, number 80 spun out here. Oh, look out there, John Fetter up in the air and on the brim. And 80 continues on. Fetter stuck over there just beyond turn number 4. Let's see.
We're still under green.
Let's see if we can get Fetter out of the way and keep the green flying here. That's Carmen Griffith who almost spun it out. Hey, Fetter gets it back under his own power and heads back toward the racetrack, back in this one. Good job, John Fetter in car number 19.
Good break for John, and good re-entry too, right in front of the flashiest in this field so far. He brings it out, giving a little bit of a disruption, I suppose, to Watson and Hancock and Fisher, who are trying to close on your come-from-behind leader. But a good charger he has been. Russell Cram in the lead in that 112 machine, though not by much anymore on Watson, Hancock, Fisher, and the rest of your NASCAR Charger field. Lap number 32, Jack.
18 more to go, which is very obvious. Oh, look at the challenge that Danny Hancock has given John Watson right now. Uh-oh, we've got
Benedum, I think.
Looks like George.
Down between 3 and 4. But he's got his own juices, and so the green. Whoa.
That's Larry.
Oh, my goodness.
Ray Judy.
Well, the bounty hunter almost found a NASCAR official here at Raven Raceway tonight. I don't think Ray or probably even George was expecting that move.
Well, looks like Eric Simonson will be back out here. Eric making a pit stop, changing that right rear tire. He'll be back in this one. There he is right now, entering the pit entrance.
Lap number 35, dead ahead for these guys. Would appear maybe a steering problem for Benedum up there. Unless maybe he had it in for Ray. Like a certain unnamed dog we knew did one night.
Well, while the yellow is out, last call for alcohol. Beer well open, just about 20 more minutes.
This Bud's for you.
Do 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 do.
This is the 36th lap rolling by. Would leave us 14 to roll here on a Halloween Saturday night, still early.
Well, it looks like Mr. Benedum, Larry Benedum, in 141's out of this one. Thanks for a good effort, Larry.
What do they call themselves, he and George? The Double or Nothing Racing Team? So something just not quite right for George Camp on that last pass. Let's see how they stack up this time. Cram and Watson in the lead. Hancock and Fisher right behind them out of 4 and into the restart of the color green, Jack. So 13, 14 laps from now, who knows? Maybe it'll be a wrap.
Like Mr. Dufek having a little handling problem there just beyond turn number 4, but he's back out on the racetrack.
Cram still in the lead in 112. Watson, Hancock, and Fisher giving good chase, though, still as we move into the 11th hour of this one.
Uh-oh, what's going on there with Mr. Cram? Looks like he had some kind of problem coming out of 4, but he's got it back under control. And Watson and Hancock are not out of this one yet. They might just be playing with Mr. Cram and driving conservatively, Tom. I don't know.
They've both looked awfully doggone good in previous races out here in 87, so that potential is certainly there as they get the indication from Camp George. 10 laps to go. 10 fingers, 10 laps away from the payoff in this one. And Roger would like to cram it in his wallet. But so would Watson and Hancock. Fisher, too, for that matter. As those trio close it up on the leader a little bit there in turn 3. But Cram is still cooking. Takes the lead on that trio into turn 1.
And Terry Gibson not out of this one neither in that car number 94. Terry hanging right in there in 5th position.
Well, that's your top handful. And less than 2 handfuls of laps to go now with Cram. Watson trying to lead the Hancock and Fisher way by the Penrod machine. So Herb is taking it into that high drift up in turn 2, letting the quicker guys by.
And look at that, Tom. Cram opens up the gap from the 2nd and 3rd place car just a little bit more as he comes down the front straightaway.
That he has to almost a quarter of a lap.
Uh-oh.
So the yellow once again.
Is that 46 over there?
46 is into the wall up there. Gordon Langston.
That brings the yellow out.
Looks like a pretty good jolt for Langston. With 30 years of racing under his Tucson belt buckle. A little bit of a rough one up there. Directly under the RV Awards and Allen signs.
And let's see if he's going to be okay over there. Seatbelt. Word has it his seatbelt might have popped loose when he hit that wall. How about it, guys? Is he okay over there? Well, Mr. Langston is okay. Gordon Langston. Up against the wall. Looks like he's going to be out of this one. Oh, Mr. McMurrick in the pits. Don McMurrick in the 06 Spudsmobile car into the pits right now. Getting windy up there, George? Look at him.
This is lap number 47, folks.
47. That's how old George is this Saturday. No, 32. Okay. Mini stocks and off-road vehicles tomorrow. Gates open up at 11 o'clock. Race time at 2.
At 2, huh?
Yes, sir. Motorcycles, quads, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers. The love bugs, I call them. The old type, what they call, Baja bugs. They'll
You're
be out
going
here.
to, I understand, put on a little sleeping demonstration at intermission tomorrow. Any truth to that, River?
100%. So come on out and join us for Miller Beer Off-Road Championship Finals tomorrow.
See where Arizona won in football today. Not so ASU. That was a game of heart for the Wildcats today. So a good victory for them by 10 over the Stanford Cardinal, 23-13, and ASU losing fairly soundly. I think it was 31-23 or some such to UCLA. Looks like the Bruins might be the best bet for Pac-10 this year. Larry Smith won today too, I guess.
Oh, is that right?
Against Washington State. I tell you, the Arizona Daily Star must have looked long and deep in their morgue to come up with as goofy a picture of Smith as they ran in the morning rag this morning. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Check it out.
Do you see this?
Yes, and I like the smell of green.
Russell Cram in number 112 leads John Watson down the back straightaway and headed into turn number 3 and 4. And we've got one spun out over there.
We've got Hancock and Watson tangled in turn 4 also. And look at Watson smoking away as the yellow flag has no choice but to fly in place of what would have been the white flag lap, ladies and gentlemen. Look at McCluskey.
777 involved in that also. That's Herb Penrod in 777. Watson, you're holding on to second position at the time. Winds up spinning out, and if he can get it back under his own power, he's going to wind up at the back of the pack. A little bit of tough luck for him.
So close and yet so far. The wacky sport of motor racing. Watson looking good all night long, hanging in there in the top trio of these guys. And bingo, all of a sudden all it takes is one little fracas up there and bingo, from the front of the pack to the back of the class. McCluskey with some off-season work facing him that he was probably hoping to avoid rolling into action here tonight. Hancock, who was involved with him up there in that turn 4 spin around, is running under his own, and he looks to be okay in that 73 machine, in second place now behind Roger Cram and just ahead of Darrell Fisher.
Just hanging right in there.
The old chain reaction syndrome there.
And look at that.
Yeah, Hancock's got a cave-in job on this side. He's almost eligible for open wheel style now.
And as I said, don't count Terry Gibson out in 94. There he is in 4th position right now.
Hanging tough.
But not for long, because not too many left in this one, Tom.
Well, there you saw the one that did get away. And it was a big one. Watson and Penrod on the hooks. Tough ride for Watson in particular in that one.
And Russell Cram in 112. Very, very impressive tonight.
So you're getting extra for your money more than one way. We're into lap 54 now on this one. So you got overtime on both of your 50 lap feature races, main events here at Raven Raceway this evening.
A little bit of tough luck there for Herb Penrod. Sponsored by Brake Fast and Mobile Brake and Gary's Towing. And Gary's towing him into the infield.
Well, it'll be a quick dash now if they get the green, and George starts to, then backs off and keeps the yellow out. So apparently he felt there was some jump starting going on down there.
What, 3 Texas start?
George would like him just a little bit smoother for the restart, particularly this close to the wrap-up of it. He's the reigning boss down there, so he's got it his way. He gives him green this time, though. Cram, Hancock, Fisher, and Gibson and Simonson. Your top 5 rolling into the 11th hour and then some on this one. McCluskey looks to have his hands full behind the wheel of that 36. It'll be white flag this time, maybe. White flag is up and flying, so we're into it. 1 lap to go. Cram, Hancock, Fisher, Simonson moves ahead of Gibson temporarily, if not permanently, through turn 1, out of turn 2. Simonson hangs on to it and tags Darrell Fisher. But up front, it's Roger Cram, followed by Danny Hancock. That's how they'll run to the dual checkered flag. Fisher, Simonson, and Gibson round out your top 5.
Well, Danny Hancock at car number 73 made a good charge right there in that last lap, but could not catch that 1-1-2 car of Russel Cram, sponsored by himself. So Cram wins it. Hancock winds up in second. Darrell Fisher in that number 3 car winds up in third place. And Eric Simonson winds up in fourth. Terry Gibson in fifth. Let's give him a good hand, folks. Russel Cram.
Where's our on here? Okay.
Where's Charlie?
I don't know where it's at.
Be careful.
Where's this? Right here. That's this one first.
I got double case Russell, where are you from? Campbell. You signed the tail.
Got it?
It's going to go in Western Got it there.
Linda,
He'll ask.
Charger main event.
Wow, video.
Charlie ain't here, huh?
This is moving pictures.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Russell, come on over here. And Russell, Arizona, here's the second trip down here. Trophy girl, I don't know what you call it, silverhead or whatever, but
I know that much. McDonald's.
You know the song?
Where would you like this on?
Yeah, sing it, Paula.
He never stopped at all. He might have been a ball. He hit the car, but he never stopped.
I just one of the nights the goblins were out.
You have to get a hold of Howard on that.
hey, over here.
I stuck myself.
We got it.
Got it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cool, okay. Don't call you Phil, you're gonna find shit.
But I'll tell you guys something. These people come all the way from Denver, Colorado. I know there ain't many of you up here, but you gotta appreciate it because they called us this morning from flight staff and I was ringing like hell, ready to go home. And we coached them on the conference away. I walked away with an 8-man bet, $800 cash. So I want to congratulate you, Ron. You came down here. You had a lot of competition down there, but you did a fine job tonight. And anytime anybody comes from out of the city at any racetrack to win, I think that's very commendable, especially with the talent we have in this town. So congratulations to you and your crew that come all the way from Denver. I've raced at your racetrack many times, and I appreciate it up there, and I really appreciate you guys coming down here. I really want to tell that, okay? Grand Junction, where's that? It's got to be close somewhere in Colorado, right? I've been to every town down there, and I still don't remember.
It's on the Salt Lake City side.
Salt Lake City side, okay. Hi, Jack. Okay, thanks, Dave. And again, once again, I want everybody to have racing here tomorrow. Happy birthday to George Camp, too. Happy birthday, Georgie. You're welcome.
A little different trophy, huh?
Racing tomorrow. Off-road, Michael